Okay, here we have a tutorial on 4.81, least common multiple. As you work through this sheet, I think it's important to remember that the least common multiple, if you're going to do it my way, the least shall be the greatest. What does that mean? Well, before we had the greatest common factor, I said the greatest shall be the least, and we start off with the smallest number, the least number. For the least common multiple, I start off with the greatest number. And it's pretty simple. We need to start with the largest number to skip count because 12 is never going to fit into the first multiple of 8. It's already too big, so why not start with the larger the number? So I just skip count by the larger number, 12, 24, 36, 48. I usually do 4 or 5 of them, and 60. And then I just take a look at the second number. It says, does 8 go into 24? Yes, it does. The least common multiple is 24. Now you could have done it this way too. You could have written down 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. And you could have looked at that and then found the smallest number that they both land on when skip counting. But why do twice the work? Why not just do it with a larger number? There's always the problem of showing your work. Like I look at this one and I am almost positive right away that the least common multiple of this is 50. But I'm just going to show my work to double check. 25, 50, 75. I'm only going to do 3 multiples. Okay? Does 10 fit into 25? No. Does 10 fit into 50? Yes. There's your LCM. It's 50. Okay? Just going to write this down. LCM 50. I'll put a box around it this time. LCM 24. Okay? 12 and 18. Well, 18, 36, 54, 72. All right, now we're seeing, does 12 fit into 36? Well, actually, first say, does 12 fit into 18? No, it doesn't. Does 12 fit into 36? Yes, it does. The LCM is 36. And if you don't know, use your calculator to do these. That's fine too. How do you do one with 3 numbers? Well, let's try number 9. Again, I'm going to take the largest number, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. I usually go 4 or 5. All right, let's see. So does 12 fit into 30? No, it doesn't. So, sorry. So it can't be 30 because they all have to fit in there. Does 12 fit into 45? No, it can't be 45. 12 doesn't go in there. Does 12 go into 60? 12 does go into 60. So put a yes down. How about 9? Does 9 go into 60? No, it doesn't. So it can't be 60. Does 12 go into 75? No. 12 can only go into even numbers. So now what do I do? Well, I just keep going. 75, 90, 105, 120. Sorry, I'm skipping counting by. Yeah, I'm good. 135, 150. Let's just keep checking things out here. Just keep working through this example. All right, 15 go into, sorry, will 12 go into 90? No, it won't. So it can't be 90. 12 won't go into 105 because 12 only goes into even numbers. Does 12 go into 120? Yes, it does. Does 9 go into 120? Well, 9 goes into 90, and that would leave 30 left over. 120 minus 90 is 30. 9 doesn't go into 30, so 9 is not going to go in here, so it can't be that. 12 isn't going to go into 135 because because 135 is odd and only goes into even numbers. Does 12 go into 150? Well, 12 goes into 144. 12 times 12 is 144, so 12 can't go into 150. So now what do? We just keep going. The next one would be 165, and then 180, and then 195, and then 210. And we just keep checking. I'm just going to cross the odd numbered ones off. Think about 180. Does 12 go into 180? Well, 12 goes into 120. 180 minus 120 is 60. 12 goes into 60. So yes, 12 does go into that. So let's put a little teeny yes right there. Now we have to figure out if 9 goes in there. Well, you can kind of see it. 9 goes into 18. So 9 is going to go into 180. So here is our LCM. Put it up here. LCM is 180. And that's the hardest example on the page right there. But that's the way you do it. I mean, unless you want to skip count by all of those numbers, and think how many numbers you'd have to skip count by. And every time you skip count by more numbers, you have a greater chance of making a mistake. Okay? All right, let's try one of these oddball ones. Like here's an oddball one. It's got 40 seconds and 1 minute. Well, we can't compare seconds and minutes, so let's change this to 60. So now we've got 60 seconds. That's the same as a minute, right? So that's the larger one. So let's go 60, 120. So let's see, that would be 180, and then 240. These are all in seconds. Does 40 fit into 60? No. Does 40 fit into 120? Yes, it actually does. Go in there. 4 goes into 12, so 4 is going to go into 120. So we can just say that the LCM is 120 or 2 minutes. You can divide that by 60. Here's your LCM. Okay? All right, let's do some of these other problems for practice. 24. Write 2 numbers whose LCM is the given number. So now we're working backwards. We have 24 as our LCM. Here's our LCM. And what 2 numbers have 24 as an LCM? Well, I usually think about the factors of 24. That's where I start. I got 1 and 24. I've got 2 and 12. I've got 3 and 8. And I've got, squeeze these guys in, I have 4 and 6. So I started thinking about those numbers there and think, which of those numbers could have 24 as the LCM? Well, look through some of the bigger ones, 4 and 6. Let's think about 4 and 6. Well, 6, 12. Well, I can already see that 4 is going to go into 12, so that can't be it. So let's try another one. How about, let's try 8. Let's go 8, 16, and 24. Okay, let's try 6 and 8 then. Let's try 6. 6 doesn't go into 8. 6 doesn't go into 16. 6 does go into 24. So 2 numbers here, we could use 6 and 8 as our answer. Same thing with 63. Think about the factors and how that works. All right, and I'll do one word problem. I'll leave you 2. In a large industrial complex, 3 security teams work different types of security checks. The first team makes a complete round every 3 hours. The second team makes a complete round in 2 hours, while the third team makes a complete round in 4 hours. Okay, I can already see what this is going to be. When will be the next time all teams finish a security checkpoint at the same time? Well, this is a least common multiple problem, and 4 is the biggest number, so let's count by 4. 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, 20 hours. Okay, let's think about 3. Does 3 go into 4? No, so it can't be that one. Does 3 go into 8? No. Does 3 go into 12? Yes, it does. Does 2 go into 12? Yes, it does. 12 hours, they'll all be together. All right.